Alrighty. How's everybody doing
Hello.
tonight? Hello.
Hello, hello.
That's right. Alright, I got this warrior that I started playing a little bit ago. A couple days ago over the weekend. And just did like a little bit of Act 1. And I was immediately like blown away by how strong it is. Even though I knew. Even though I knew all too well, I was still just like, damn, this class is strong. You know? Not strong enough to get move speed boots, though. Unfortunately.
If you find a pint out there, don't bring it back.
I think I just hit the point where I got to, what's his name? I killed the guy. You know, the guy. The big one. And rescued the hooded one, so now I have, like, free identification of everything, and then at that point I was like, alright, log off. Gotta do something else. I don't remember what. Clearly it was very important. Yeah. Oh, interesting to see all these remove only tabs that are the tabs you converted into trade tabs, but when you go to SSF, that doesn't exist, so they get turned into read only tabs or remove only tabs. Interesting to see how that works. Never really even thought about that. Because I spent so little time thinking about SSF.
You sensed it too, did you? The spirit is
True,
near.
true. Although, our comment section hasn't let us forget that SSF exists.
It's true.
Try and keep up. Don't lose sight of
Oh,
it.
it's different and harder in SSF? Weird. Well, then why did you choose that if you don't like that?
I mean,
I don't...
That's always my go-to. It's like, look, if you want to play solo self-found, that's fine. It's not like it's a incorrect moral or even gameplay choice.
Every time somebody writes that, though, I'm just like, okay, so you're telling me, oh man, I hate bananas, and I'm currently eating a banana.
Gotta pick up
What?
the
Yeah,
pace.
yeah. It's very much the tweet, you know, the tweet that's like, people get so upset about things that are totally not even what's being said. Like you could tweet something like, I love waffles, and people are like, oh, so you hate pancakes? No, that's a different sentence.
So this
Yeah,
is where the
exactly.
clanless
I
live.
mean,
There are far more
ultimately,
of them
it
than I
is like
expected.
a lot of things are optional in life, you know, kind of like when people are like, oh, you know, there was a horrible climbing accident. Well, the good thing about climbing is that it's
I
optional.
never have to do it. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't ever have to do it. I can stay on the ground. It's totally fine.
that's right.
I actually think climbing in like the gyms and stuff that have like the interesting walls is like pretty cool, especially when they
Yeah.
have like different things they can change out and then make the walls different and stuff. I actually think that's pretty cool. But climbing in nature, I'm
So
sure it is
dangerous.
exhilarating to some, but no thank you. I'm good. I'm an indoor cat. I'll just
Oh,
climb
yeah.
on things inside. I have big indoor cat energy.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, same, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
I am not loving the slows. Alright. Okay, we're finding everything we need to around this area, so that's going pretty good. Going pretty good.
Well, I don't have a crystal ball. I have no idea.
Yeah? I have no idea if Cyclone will make its way in, but I would imagine maybe in some form eventually. It's interesting. YouTube chat is not showing up in my restream at all, so that's annoying.
Yeah.
Alright, I have to fix
Yeah.
that real quick.
Okay.
That's not hard to fix, but do have to do it.
So really, that's your second question, because you already asked it first.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, though.
It's just straight
I'm
up
not
not showing
ignoring
up
you,
in Restream
really.
chat at all. So I'm literally having to have like multiple windows open that are not normal. Okay, so we tried to fix the issues with stream by just switching over to a different approach. That didn't work, so we're back to it, except now it works worse. So we're progressing in the wrong direction. uh That's okay.
Weak.
Oh, that's pretty good though. Not loving the fire on the ground. Damn, man, that is really a lot of damage that I'm taking from that fire. Okay, there we go. Finally, level 10. So the goal here is just to find, actually, I can just make my way through here to the next area and get the next waypoint, and then go, like, and backtrack and all that, get a bunch of power elsewhere. Maybe rubber bound off of some monsters a little bit, too, just for the fun of it. Alright.
Oh yeah, I love how I'm logged into the Restream now, and I love how it's saying it isn't able to connect to Twitch, looks at Twitch, is definitely streaming in live. All right.
Yep, that's
Okay.
going well.
Okay. That's interesting. Huh. Neat.
Yep. I need, like, third or fourth monitor.
Right, one thing at least.
Oh yeah, same. Need like 3 or 4 more than what I have right now.
Oh, yes. Oh, I don't really want to do this event, but I'll do it since I'm here. Basically just kill like a couple of rares, it's not too bad. But sometimes they're very annoying, like this particular dog right here. Hey, level 4 skill gem though. That's why we do this.
Yeah, I mean, we could pay for Restream, I guess. There are other contenders.
So
in the
I'll tell you
marketplace,
why
too,
we
but-
haven't, because I've thought about it. We've been having streaming issues, and we're not entirely sure that it's not Restream's fault. And so you
Yeah.
really don't want to pay product that you think might be causing all
Yeah,
the
'cause-
problems with the streaming
Because
experience.
by and large, our internet, I did a test for like, I did multiple tests. I did like 3 5-minute tests, 1 15-minute test, and then I left a test running while I was like cooking and like preparing a bunch of like ingredients for, prepping stuff, doing kitchen prep work. And I came back and it had lost 1 packet, which is like acceptable in my opinion.
Yep.
1 packet, not 1%, 1 packet. And so I was like, yeah. And it had been running for like 55 minutes. So, I don't know. It could be our internet still. It could be.
I will say
Restream,
I've
it
been
could
playing
be-
video games, just straight up played video games, and
Well,
haven't
right now
had
it's telling
any
me our ping
internet
is
issues at all.
168 to the node. But if it was 168, the stream would be buffering on both of my screens, and it's not. It's like buttery smooth. I think what's happening is they've turned a lot of the nodes to stop responding to ICMP tests, and so
Yep.
we just literally don't have like a reliable way to test them unless I pay for a pro version of Ping Plotter and use UDP, or I guess dual boot to Linux and use UDP to test.
Yes.
I'm a
Is
little
that
lazy for
what's
this.
been
I
eating
just
our
don't want
cattle?
to. This is ultimately the problem.
What's this?
Maybe there's an Android client that does UDP and it's cheaper. Yeah, let me look at that.
Yeah, maybe.
You
Oh,
won't
there
get
is a
away from
UDP.
me.
client.
Very nice.
Rage all you want, beast.
And it was updated on February of this year. Not recently, but maybe recent enough. UDP hasn't changed in like 20
Yeah, they haven't really changed the
8
backbone
years, so I
of the
think we'll be
internet
fine.
much over the last year, I think.
Yeah. Well, IPv6 started making an entrance, and while it's like okay for servers and stuff, it's not okay for consumers.
Ah, I see.
Caused a lot of problems with WoW.
I believe you. What doesn't?
Yeah.
Dang.
One less
That guy got
danger to
absolutely
trudge
clobbered.
along.
I guess I do have a kind of nice weapon,
We
but
actually
it's not
did try
insane.
that, Healy. We were trying that right before this stream actually. We set up another Twitch account and we were streaming to we were trying to stream to a private stream on YouTube because the streams they go live private first so that we can make sure everything is working on YouTube, and then we like usually will turn everything on and turn the audio on. So we're usually here when it says, "Oh, the stream's starting soon." We're usually here.
Yeah, we're just
like,
setting it
testing
up
audio
basically.
levels and stuff.
I'm ready.
But we tried that plugin and actually we had a problem with it, and so we just decided, okay, we'll try it again later.
I'll
when we're
try
not,
and work
like-
on that later on when we're not wanting to actually stream, you know?
Yeah.
Try and figure that out
Because
later.
we wanted to go live tonight before we were like tired and didn't, wanted to be awake for the stream.
Pretty much.
No, I don't think so, Autumn. That's not
No,
really.
probably not.
It's not really in our wheelhouse. Like we're more of a ranged player,
That's usually our approach, yeah.
which is funny because Laryl is not a ranged player in WoW. He plays mostly
Together,
melee classes,
we
but
will
I am
rebuild.
always a ranged player. I actually hate melee classes. I actually just
must-
don't like melee with
whatever it
one
takes.
exception, and that is Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
It seems shadows.
And that's because it doesn't really play like a melee. It sort of plays like something between,
Yeah, that's true.
and it has some very cool abilities. But yeah, no, probably not Druid. That's like,
Be
I think-
careful.
I mean, there are people who are going to be starting Druid. I know there's people who work along with us at PoE Vault who are going to be starting Druid. In fact, let me go look. It said they're going to start Druid.
Like, it's not a 0% chance, but it's probably pretty close to 0, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason is just, like, we kind of know what our niche is. Like, it's going to be Warrior, and it's going to be Pathfinder. What's up,
Yep.
Larry?
What's up?
I mean, this is genuinely the plan, yeah, is like... see, like, Sunset likes minions. I want to like minions. I played, like, one minion build in PoE 2, and I did like it. But it's like, it's a Gazi build, you know? It's like, not that you can't also do minion stuff. Other people also do minion stuff, but, like...
Yeah, we can do extra
know where our
builds
bread
for
is buttered.
MOBA-lytic, but we
Yeah.
can't really do them for PoE Vault, and we kind of have decided at this point, obviously we're smaller than those creators, so they have and they have the popularity for those builds, so they have first dibs of what they're planning to cover with every new league. And it's not that we're letting that like completely dictate what we're doing, but we really want to be able to do the same builds for both
Come on,
sites that we're working
handle.
with, because it just is more like it's less work overall and it's less confusing. Like, oh, did we update the TRPF over here? Yes. Did we update it over here? Yes. Okay. And then like they are
It's
still
easier to
different
do a good
vibes, though.
job and to be, like, more consistent, and, like,
Yes.
people get what they know what they're coming to. Like, the same
Right.
way that Gazi does minions all the time. It's like, it's not like he's
Right,
not
exactly.
allowed to play whatever, Righteous Fire, but he doesn't do that. He knows where his bread's buttered. And we're on the same
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Yeah. Oh, I love the fetish build for D3 Witch Doctor. I love Witch
I
Doctor.
did
I'm
too.
a big
Yeah.
Witch Doctor fan.
That was my first class in D3.
Oh, I see, Autumn. No, we mainly play Ranger.
Yeah, mostly ranger stuff in PoE 1. My first character in PoE 2 was a monk, and I think it was the only monk that I've played. I might have played around with, like, off stream, never made a video about anything monk related with. I did Acolyte at Chayula, and then at Vonkler, I never really, like, did much with.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Witch Doctor in D3. I actually played it like pretty much like 9 seasons in a row. I was very happy with it. And I kind of miss that. I had thought about playing again and I was like, eh. Like, I know they're making just like tiny adjustments here and there, but eh.
What sinister shadow
There's like
lurks
just
here?
not, there's still people playing, there's just not enough people playing. They're probably
Right.
gonna remaster it too.
Oh, they're definitely going to do a remaster of that. They'll probably do that before they do Diablo 5. Which
I
might
think
be
they
a
will.
smart business decision, to be honest.
I would try playing that. I mean, hell, I tried playing Diablo 4. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's better now. Probably not, because no one's really talking about it. But maybe.
The only thing I ever hear about it is just that it's bad.
I mean, I don't. Are we gonna bother with Warrior this time?
I mean, we have a set. We'll see what changes. We're definitely going to have a Warrior Slam leveling and, like, League Start build. Like, that build was insanely strong on no budget.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do a version of that and kind of see what
Right.
is maybe looking like it changes. I mean, if nothing changed, then we'd basically do not the same build, because I think we learned last league stuff that was really good and have made like some upgrades from the whatever league start approach from last league. But I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know. One sec. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Restream just straight up isn't picking up YouTube chat anymore, but that's pretty cool that that's happening. It's working with Twitch chat just fine.
I would just put that window behind him and put these two up top.
I mean, that's what
Just
I've done.
ignore it.
I'm just making it work. Figure it out next time. Yeah, there definitely wasn't, like, enough content in Diablo 4 when we played it. We gave it, like, a week, and then we're like, nah. Nope. It's sad to play, like, a game mode like Legion Remix or something and be like, damn, this really has more going on for it than, like, D4 did at launch.
Hammer and anvil!
Howdy, Ultra Duckbird.
Quack quack.
That's right. Oh, God. I've been had. Okay. Alright. Making our way over to the... Let's see. Where's the last one gonna be? Maybe up here to the north? Maybe? Yeah, that's probably right, Larry. So I will say, like, in terms of our plans for the coming league, you know, we want to have ourselves set up for success,
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
We want to have the, like, whatever, ability to make adjustments if GGG makes huge changes to existing builds and stuff. I don't
Yep.
think we're going to add in, like, a third build, so this is something we talked about with some of the guys at PoE Vault, like the idea of maybe having, like, a... like that stat stacking ritualist build that we played around, Hollow Palm build that we played with last league. Very
Yeah.
fun, super strong. The issue is just like, there is no fun way to level a ritualist, and the idea of sitting and trying to like figure that out and grind that out, figuring out a good way to level a ritualist. I mean, I just don't think it exists, right? So like spending a bunch of time trying to do that seems like a really bad use of time. And having it be like a, you know, second build or whatever, I gotta be honest, I didn't love it enough to be like, yeah, this is definitely my second build every league.
Okay, so I'm going to get a UDP tool from Android stuff. Not
Sounds like a
working
good
out.
idea.
This app won't install on my device.
Oh. Oh, thank you for the Prime sub, Larry.
I have no
Thank you.
eligible devices.
Huh.
Thanks, Larry. My phone's too old. I've had it for at least 4 months or whatever, so it's definitely too old. I guess.
True. All right. Oh no, not again. This is like my third time in a row in this area where I get here and I still haven't found the third one, and I feel like I've looked everywhere. All right, it has to be near the entrance then. It has to be.
Larry, do you know of any good UDP tools for Android?
There it is.
My brand new phone is evidently too old to run whatever this tool is that's in the Android
Oh no.
Play Store.
Oh no. That's interesting, JC. You know, for me it's Act 2 that is like, yeah, I've done it enough. Like Act 1's fun. Act 2, kind of a pain. I like Act
4
3,
months
and then
is
Act 4
not
is still
old.
awesome.
I am.
No, she has like a damn top of the art state of the line phone.
No. I had my last phone for like 9 years. So
Oh, more than that, I think.
I'm just making a sarcastic comment about the fact that I bought a brand new, absolutely new, not like just new to me, but like brand new phone, and I'm still seeing that like some apps won't run with it, and I'm guessing it's because they're just not made for newer versions of Android or
Yeah,
whatever.
more likely.
Larry is saying he can barely hear me.
Oh, I don't know. I
I can
haven't
hear
even turned
myself
weight
on
up.
stream, so I think you need to turn your volume up.
Maybe.
I'm very...
Kill the stranger.
Yeah. I just checked my volume level.
Okay.
Definitely hear myself.
Nope. We got a teleporting man on our hands. Gotcha. No problem.
The Wildwood's power is mine. You'll see. The beginning is nigh.
I need more time.
Honestly, yeah, doing this again is like useful because like I am realizing now just how strong Rolling Slam is. Like it's not the most fun skill. Obviously, I'd never try to make an in-game Rolling Slam build, but it really hits hard when you compare it to like a lot of other skills that you would use for level. This is annoying.
Shadows should
All right, I'm no longer stunned. Like, compared to so many of the things that you would use while leveling, Rolling Slam hits crazy hard. Nice. Huge upgrade. Love that. Damn, man. Look at that damage difference. My god, that's like 50% more damage? Don't mind if I do. I think the thing I really like about Warrior, unlike some of the other builds for like leveling and whatever, is everything just is like the most obvious thing. It all makes sense, you know. It's very dumb, which is like perfect. Like, what do you take? Your big fire smashy guy. You take the Herald of Ash. You just take just all consistent stuff. There's not like any sort of like cleverness happening, you know, where you're like getting cute. Anything going on with us? Yeah, I'll use that over the mana and fire res ring, I suppose.
Stay safe, if you can.
I think your mic is muted.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
This thing is saying, "Oh, this is available for some of your. This app is available for some of your devices."
Oh, some of them, huh?
So I click it. There's one device.
Uh-huh. One of your devices.
Okay.
Well, that's some, technically.
Mm,
Yeah.
but this doesn't even do what I need it to do. It doesn't even do what I need it to do.
Become dirt.
Nope.
I made the mistake of playing this character in some like or warrior, I should say, in some in-game maps. Oh, thank you for the follow. Not today, like a couple of days ago, and it made me go like, oh, this is so much fun, and now I'm doing the leveling. It's like, ah, yes. Then here's where it all began. Slowville.
Well, you may as well ask Gemini, because they already admitted that they lost that AI race.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Sam Altman already said, yeah, we're basically setting rainforests on fire, but we can't keep up.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't say that specifically.
Dang.
Don't
Who
quote
could have
me.
seen that coming?
But yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of already admitted defeat.
Cool. Well, might as well keep doing it.
Someone followed you.
Yeah, I know, and I said thank you.
But there was like a message too. Something about Dr. Pepper.
I love Dr. Pepper so much. I got some in the fridge, and I got knocked down while I was just fantasizing about drinking a Dr. Pepper. It caused me to lose focus and get knocked down immediately. It's my fault.
Agreed.
So, they're bringing back Mr. Pibb. Not that it was ever, like, really truly gone, but they're calling him Mr. Pibb. They're bringing back gendered Pibb instead of Pibb Extra. Which was very, like, 1990s Poochie style name, you know? Pibb Extra. Pibb to the max. Pibb to the maximum. It's a radical new paradigm for Pibb. In your face. What are some other 1990s style corporate approved displays of rebelliousness? Well, anyway, it's a good soda. Okay. Streaming issue is hopefully fixed. I mean, Act 4 is very long. And the post-Act 4, what are they called? Interstitial areas? Interludes, that's it. They are longer than expected. That's for sure.
I need more time. Hammer and anvil.
I mean, damn. Look at that hit. Like, I get it. I got lucky and got a good mace on this character. That helps, but that's not even close to all that it is. That is so much damage. Good grief. Bonk. Just bonk them. That's it, right? I mean, not upset about it.
If Costco was closer, we would go there and get
You
it.
better believe it.
Unfortunately, Sam's Club is closest to the studio building.
No, you better
So when
believe
we
that.
restock the studio, it all comes from Sam's Club.
Oh, yeah.
But Costco's not. I mean, Costco's like 30 minutes away,
Yeah, it's not
maybe
bad.
35. Not horrible,
None
but
will
it's
stop
not
me
like
from
it
enacting
close
vengeance.
by like other grocers that I normally shop at,
True.
including Sam's Club.
Oh, right, I need to go to Leiitis.
Plus, I've got like, you know, like the rest of Florida, there's like 9 Walmarts within like, you know, 35 minutes, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It isn't worth.
But their sales on soda suck.
No, they're
Honestly, you know
terrible.
who has the best sales on soda? Dollar General and Family Dollar.
True.
You could not
Real-
beat
real
their
soda
sale on a
sippers
Saturday.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, real soda sippers now. Like, they have a coupon for $25 off, or $5. It would be better if it was $25 off. $5 off 25, and they usually have a deal on soda like
It seems
3
shadows
for
cast spells.
13 or 3 for 12, and so you can buy like 6 12 packs and then get $5 off, and then you end up paying like 31 cents a can, which is,
Pretty
you know,
solid.
prices from
Pretty good.
2007,
Our
which is pretty
goals.
great.
Yeah.
This is
Not
wonderful.
upset about it.
Haven't felt right without.
Alright, what am I doing here? I have a concentrated area and rapid attacks. That's pretty good. Rolling Slam. I have Fists of War. Bone Shatter. I just have Impact Shockwave. What do I have in El Pabarino?
I don't know.
Well, I'm looking. Let's find out.
Oh, Publix's sales are dog near us.
Oh, they're almost always terrible. There's once or twice a year where Publix's sales will be like buy 2 get 3 free, and then they're great. But otherwise,
Yeah.
they're pretty wretched, to be honest.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, we'll make a fire attunement. I guess I need to get a little bit of dex.
I love the carbonation. That's
Oh. Yeah, I don't know that I would want
I can't relate to that.
uncarbonated.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know that uncarbonated would really be doing it for me, to be honest.
Love my carbonation.
Same.
Enter the manor by.
Level 13. Alright, we're just going to keep going. At level 14, we'll make a perfect strike. We can use that to clobber the final boss. I do need to get 1 dex at some point, or 3 dex at some point, but that's it.
Yeah, 4 for 12 is what I
Hammer
used to
and
pay
anvil.
like 8 years ago.
Some time ago, yeah, unfortunately. God, soda price inflation has been just a real horror over the last
Bad.
10 years,
Been
yeah.
bad. It's just been bad.
Alright, I know it was in the guides and whatever, and I don't think I'm going to take it out, Shockwave Totem, but I don't know that you need it in Act 1. It's kind of useful to, like, walk up to a big pack of guys and be like, hey, here, fight this totem, it'll kill you. And hold threat, sorta. But, like, I don't know, is this doing anything? Look at it go, very slowly. Wow. I guess it sets you up to do this. Thank you for the follow. By the way, Garth.
I downloaded an app that forgot to modernize, so the entire navigation bar is below the navigation buttons.
So it's like old school.
It's very old.
I mean, that's some pretty good explosion comboing. I like that. Dang. Oh no, is Warrior pulling me back in?
Well, they do nitro sodas, and they taste smoother. I don't like them. The bubbles of nitrogen are smaller than
You're making the
carbon
point I
dioxide.
was about to make as soon as you brought up nitro soda. It's like, on the one hand, I love how smooth and velvety it is, but on the other hand,
A
no,
beer
I don't.
is good with nitro.
Bingo. It needs to
A
be like
beer
a
is nice and
bitter
smooth and
thing
wonderful.
that goes nicely with that, damn it, creamy velvetyness. Sweet, and then the creamy velvety bubbles. I don't know.
Well, thank you for joining us,
Yeah, thank you, Garth.
Sargarth. I appreciate it. You'll find that while Larold is streaming his Path of Exile play, we're mostly talking about food.
Oh yeah, mostly food. Because, you know, we eat food. Unlike
Or
most
people who like to cook and like to eat, so
Yeah.
just, you know.
Face me!
Oh yeah, nitro coffee is pretty good.
Yeah,
I've
again,
actually
I
been
think...
thinking about buying a cold brew coffee maker thing. I'll have to put that on the studio wish list. I have started
Yeah.
a studio wish list for the holidays because somebody asked me for one, and so I made one.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 people asked me. One person's in real life, one person's online.
Yeah.
Also, we've discovered that we don't think we are Instant Pot people.
No. Certainly not.
Yeah, it just is, it does make things really fast, but there's a certain magic that happens in crock pots that doesn't happen in Instant Pots, and I just don't think they're worth the $90 or even the $50 for the old models.
Nope. I don't think so either.
They make the best potatoes, and I understand most of the Michelin star restaurants, I learned this recently, most of the Michelin star restaurants use Instant Pots to make their potatoes, or pressure cookers, but Instant Pots in most situations because they're on autopilot basically, and they just make potatoes in them all day long, and they make the creamiest potatoes. They basically just take them out and immediately push them through a sieve, and then they add cream and butter and salt, and voila, they're done.
Yeah.
And potatoes take so little time.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 240 FPS, so I'm actually going to... Or FPS would be fine. Millisecond ping, so I'm going to be swapping servers now. Don't know why that's
okay,
happening,
yeah.
but I'm gonna just be swapping servers.
Gross.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Well, it's not me. I'm not downloading anything.
And I mean, I'm not seeing like issues with the stream health that I can see.
Right.
So I don't know.
But anyhow, yeah. So we love the potatoes it makes, but ultimately it just that's not a good enough reason for me to
No,
keep it.
not at all.
Oh, and it obliterated some lentils today, which was like.
It just
I mean,
straight
they
up
were
turned
still
them into like
tasty.
mash goo.
Yeah, they turned them into mashed lentils. That lentils.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I feel like I'm playing on an Australian server right now. It's real good to like test a skill.
Funny because I think it's just the server because there's no lag in your voice.
No, I think it's exactly that. I think this is just literally
yeah.
something happening with the Washington D.C. server right now. I would say for a little while here, it hasn't even been like choppy. It's just been like there's something wrong with the server. Let me out. Unfortunately, I'm still on the Washington D.C. server while I'm still in this zone. As soon as I can get out, I will be safe. And we're almost there. Alright, I'm going to say this for the first time. Take me to Texas, please.
Oh no.
And look at that. Latency just dropped by 200 points.
Must be made to answer.
It's like I was connecting to Britain for some reason. Ow, holy, I'm gonna live and flourish. Great.
If you and your family are part of a culture that eats lentils with regularity, and you have a name for refried lentils, kind of like refried beans or refritos, please immediately tell me what it is.
Thank you for the Prime
Send
sub,
that
by
to
the
my
way, Garth.
DMs.
That's very kind.
Send that to my DMs.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what that's called, but I need to know now. And the internet's not helping me.
I mean, I kind of like them.
Me too.
They were funky, but not in a way that I was like, this is bad.
Right.
Hammer.
They were in a way where I was like, oh,
Oh,
this reminds me
God.
of refried beans.
Yeah,
Like,
very much
alright.
so.
Alrighty, that's fine.
Alright, I need to get a little tankier here. I think I'm still mostly wearing blue gear.
This is funny because several of the things that told me they couldn't install on my device are now installing from my device. I was trying to install them from the web to the device because
yeah?
you can usually just hit send and it'll install, but it wasn't doing that.
Face me.
I think I'm gonna probably have to download Ping Plotter Pro and use their
Stronger
UDP
with every
tool to get a more accurate picture of what's going on.
That would be useful. Alright, we'll take Dex
Well-
with this point right here, or maybe we'll just go to town and take Dex, honestly. If we don't get another level up, and then that'll set us up for success, I think. I mean, I've seen other people's Molten Blast builds, and
First ones.
What man?
it just seemed like very similar to the whatever, like lightning stat stacking build that we were doing with Ritualist, and I kind of like that one more.
In the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds?
Try and kill this guy.
Poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
That didn't hit very hard. That's better.
Is nothing sacred anymore.
I mean, I think we're just trying to eat healthy. Which, you know, more fiber and proteins, probably better for you than not. Certainly better for you than junk food. As much as I love candy.
That's him. One of us will not leave this manor alive.
Alright. Yeah, might be worth looking into. Molten Blast build. Might give it a try at some point next league. You know, we'll have to see what next league holds in terms of uniques and stuff. Rebalancing all of that.
Dodge this!
I missed? Really? Alright. I I see that, Larry. I will tell Sunset when she comes back she is AFK for a second. It's getting to be that time of year, that nice, annoying time of year where the temperature changes constantly. And it's like 80 plus degrees during the day, Celsius. And then it's in the like 40s or whatever, 50s at night sometimes. I think it's in the 60s right now, which is really not that huge of a temperature change, but it was like in the mid 80s in the day, and then it's like in the 40s over the weekend. It's like, all right, man. I've had enough of this. If we could have a nice, just consistent temperature, that'd be unrealistic, but at least like that swinging like 30, 40 degrees overnight. Oh boy. I thought this would be the exit, but I guess it's over here a little bit, or I think it's over here. It is not.
Face me!
Yeah, it's 80 Celsius. We're doing fine. It's not sun temperature. Also, don't get me started on that horrible movie Sunshine. Don't get me back on that again. Lord help me, I'm
won't.
about to tee off on Sunshine again.
Nope, don't do it. Think about Gremlins.
Okay, so I watched Gremlins yesterday and Gremlins 2. Great movies. I get the love.
Yeah, I was AFK mixing up some stuff that kills bugs, diatomaceous earth,
Yep.
so that we can put it everywhere around this building.
Yeah. One of the
We don't
big
want bugs.
advantages of the temperature changing a whole bunch is that it gives insects an incentive to come inside, which everybody loves, to have a bug hanging around, and I've died also.
The situation I just experienced was that an ant fell out of my out of the air vent onto my desk because the AC is in an area where
I've
there's
died
a
again.
lot of anthills.
That spaghetti monster over there killed me from like way downtown. I'm quite irritated with him. He's about to get killed. Actually, you know what? This is fine. I could use a bit more XP, right? Wait, hold on. Yeah, all right. I'll get enough XP to level up, and then I'll put that point in, and then I'll get the window of opportunity support working on the perfect strike and do way more damage to GNR, and it'll all be good. This is all for the greater good that I died. Because then I stopped zipping through and remembered to hold tight and get some XP.
Right.
Plus, I could talk more about Gremlins before I get to the boss. Great movie.
Right, yeah.
Fantastic movie. The Mogwai, very cute. Gizmo, super cute.
True.
Shatter!
And the idea of just like all the... I mean, the criticisms of it, the critiques, you know, the like whatever 4 ratings from critics on it were like... I see that duck, and it caused me to stop. It stopped my train of thought. Yeah, the ant's fine. The suplex her through the table, no big deal.
Yeah, my aunt is dead. So
Yeah,
no.
she's fine. She's dead.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got a deceased aunt as well. She's a very nice lady. Now she's...
I have more.
she's
I
gone.
have more than one.
Yeah.
All of my great ones are dead too, so they're great.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna literally be 1 bar short of being able to level up, and I killed everything here. That's cringe. Whatever. Let's just go get 1 level. Am I, like, attacking the inside of a wall? Am I evade bugging like a WoW monster? Okay, there we go. Finally. Now we can go kill the boss. The idea of making those movies be like a live-action Looney Tunes type of deal is brilliant. And most of the criticism I saw of it is just like critics saying like, this is dumb, it's just a live-action Looney Tunes. And it's like, that's the point. It's the point. It's for them to be very silly. That's right. Eventually. What? This is twice now where I've gotten like stuck inside of a wall and I'm doing these giant slams and they're hitting absolutely nothing because I'm being line of sighted by 1 pixel of rock. Thumbs down. Thumbs down on that happening. Alright, let's get this guy. Line up a perfect strike for his face. Oh my god, it's so insanely slow. Is it even worth using? The answer is absolutely. It's not necessarily worth standing still and getting hit to use, but yes it is. That's 2 times in a row now where I've just absolutely, like, had it lined up at the exact last second and just totally botched it. Love to perfectly line it up and then have him be immune. That's on me.
Freezing gale.
Alright, pretty good shot there, gotta admit. No, don't leave. Oh, I hate you.
As night falls.
One more. Nope. Not gonna happen.
Winter's chill.
That's alright.
The unworthy.
The secret sauce for successfully doing this is just run in circles the whole time. I think everybody knows that, but, you know.
Forsaken frosts. As cold as death.
You can kind of...
Of baleless
He always comes from the opposite side of the circle, so you can kind of swap back and forth. Oh, I was out of range, damn. What's up, buddy?
I smell your blood, and I am ravenous.
Yeah, I mean, look, Perfect Strike is definitely a pale imitation of what it was, in patch 1 or patch 2 or whatever. But it ain't terrible.
The madness.
It's okay. Like, you basically use it for, like, this fight, and the hyena boss, I suppose, in Act 2, and then maybe up through, like,
I found
what's her name, Balbala?
the desert.
And then you're like, yeah, you're retired now. That's okay.
Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness. As you wish. We must make haste. Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
It is hilarious how good this build is in the campaign. It's not even like it's bad at in-game. It definitely is not bad. It's just not as fast as range builds. How could it be? It's melee.
Be careful.
2 life per enemy hit. Hell of a bonus.
How can I advise you? Betrayal of corruption. The Countess has escaped with the beast. Every attempt to control.
That's right, Duck.
Well, sir, do whatever it takes.
Ooh. I think we get to see what happens with the Countess in Act 5. I think we get to kill her. You know, we'll see.
I will have to show them what
I don't think we're getting Act 5 in the next patch. I don't think so.
Hammer and anvil.
We'll see, but
Become
with it being the sort of like faster development cycle than expected, I don't know. It's possible we get Act 5 and then we still have like one interlude, like our choice of one of the 3 interludes for Act 6, so maybe that's the move. It's not like any of the teasers they've shown thus far have been very like big. Like, not to be impolite, because they're successful at getting us hyped, but they're not like meaty, you know? They're teeny tiny. They're like 14 seconds of a video showing like Etziri walking toward the camera or whatever. A druid facing away and then turning into a wolf. Yeah, Hammer of the Gods and Perfect Strike definitely got the nerf bat in patch 0.3. Hammer of the Gods is still like usable, still good for a while. Perfect Strike. You want to think about skills in like in 2 terms, right? You know, like how useful is this while leveling? How useful is this at end game? I guess not everything has to be useful for both, I guess. But it's like Perfect Strike's window of usefulness is like level 14 to level 18 or whatever. Like it's very short. And I just don't see how they're like happy with it in the current state of the game, which they probably aren't. So maybe it'll get a buff. That would be nice.
I need more time.
Oh boy, I love to be slowed and ringed in. That's the best.
It can only be improved by being frozen and also on fire.
That would be great, yeah, if I could be on fire and frozen at the same time, which don't cancel each other out, of course.
Right.
Why would
yeah,
they?
of course. Right, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I see people saying it's going to be like a maintenance league or whatever. I have my doubts with that just because they've had so much negative outcry toward the state of the endgame. I feel like they're going to basically fix endgame. I feel like they had the same approach to last patch with the campaign, and I think that was really, like, very successful. So
Yeah.
I feel like they're just going to do the same thing, but with endgame for this patch, which is great. That's been the biggest problem with the game so far. Oh, no, wrong guy. Okay, there we go. Get him. Nice try, Bozo. Alright, now for the scary part. The actual boss. The trash after the boss.
It is done.
Oh.
Return to the caravan.
No wonder I haven't been seeing any currency. I'm on Uber strict. Whoopsie. That's better. Oh, that would explain why my gear is so terrible. I've had it all filtered out. Hilarious.
Can't believe you've done this.
That's a my bad type scenario.
Can't believe you've done this.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that I had like no gear from what's his name? The Geonor. Whoops. I expect for the coming patch to be good. People are very hyped up about it. I'm just being optimistic and hoping that they give the people what they want.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm anxious to see. I do think they've had enough time to cook. I mean, look, they made this whole other game while they were still making PoE 1, so
That is also true.
I feel like they've done a pretty good job of proving they can multitask like no other.
Oh yeah. Gotta give them credit for that.
God, I love all these fake sales on Amazon that are like, Black Friday deal. Look, same price.
Blue Monday deal.
I have a Blue Monday after having to deal with family.
Oh yeah. This right here, walking up the cart, talk to Asala, talk to the map. Come over here.
The Halani
Walk
did
over
fight
here.
to the
Talk to
last.
Asala. Walk back over there. Walk across the cart. Talk to Asala. That little exchange here, this right here, what I'm doing right now, it's such a minor inconvenience in the course of running through the whole campaign, right? It's a minute. Gotta go. It's gotta go. It's too much. Yeah, I mean, there is, especially with the last Epoch stuff happening recently, which neither of us were ever really into that game, right? But
No.
I think they've kind of shown just how impossible it is for anybody except
What could they need so
grinding
much
gear
metal
to
for?
make a Path of
Maybe that's an
Exile.
army with
Like,
a mind of this scale.
Blizzard has certainly tried, like, yeah, what with a Path of Exile, we can make a Path of Exile at home. No, you most definitely cannot. And that's clearly been the case for last Epoch as well. Like, they couldn't figure out the monetization, they couldn't figure out the, like, content timeline to, like, deliver a this. They couldn't make a this. They didn't have it in them. Nobody really does except for that one company in New Zealand, basically.
Yeah.
And that is the secret to their success. It's just do and make good content, stuff that is like, it always feels like you've over-delivered, almost always. Lake of
Yeah.
Kalandra was bad, but like, it always feels like they've done a lot every patch. Even if it's not stuff that you necessarily love, it does feel like a lot has been made. Yeah. And the thing about why it is a little surprising that other companies can't figure out how to make a Path of Exile at home is they laid out their whole philosophy in that Chris Wilson designing Path of Exile to be played forever talk. And like, he really laid down the pillars of what makes their game good. And I'm not gonna do the talk, he already did it, but like, it's a pretty straightforward formula. Like, you have to figure out some aspects of what you want your game to be on your own, I suppose, but like, if you're an established studio, if you're Blizzard Entertainment, it really should not be that difficult. You're not hiring, like, college students who are working on their senior thesis, right? You're hiring professionals. It shouldn't be that difficult to be able to make a game that has some damn depth.
These Faradin play a dangerous game.
To me, and I say this knowing absolutely nothing about what happened with the internal structure of Blizzard in making Diablo 4, but it just seemed like the game was forced out a year, if not more, before it was ready. Because, I don't know, executive pressure, shareholders wanted their money already or whatever, you know, like, just, it's not ready, it has to go out anyway. Because, like, at some level, you could just develop a game forever and never release it, I suppose, and that wouldn't really be the model either for a successful game. But clearly Diablo was put out before it was ready to go. Yeah, I mean, I remember the PoE beta as well, Garth, and I liked it so much that I logged off for like 6 years. I thought it was ugly, and I didn't get it, and I was like, this is slow, and it's ugly, and it just ain't my vibe. And I mean, at the time, honestly, I think I was right. Like, if I logged in to play a game that was what PoE 1 was at its start, today, I think I'd be out. I think I'd be like, yeah, I'm not sticking around for 10 years or whatever to give this a chance to be good. I was right near a checkpoint too, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what GGG's like internal policy is on expansion and stuff. I know they've been hiring mean, they hire people, right? Like, they definitely talk about hiring people and stuff, and you see that they have job postings or whatever, but then also, like, you see people who were there for a long time leave, so I'm sure they have turnover like any other company. Yeah? You were saying?
Yeah, a lot of people on Glassdoor say that GGG is like they say that they enjoyed working there, but they didn't think the pay was very good. So I wonder if that's like a common problem or not. I mean, I don't actually know what they pay per role or anything, and
Yeah.
I know that New Zealand is expensive. I've actually looked at housing there.
Oh, yeah.
For another job that I was working, and I've looked at rentals and all kinds of stuff, and
And
I
they're in
would
a
just
big city
say,
in New Zealand, the big city, Auckland.
yeah, yeah, and the I will say the rates there seem pretty comparable to the rates in my area of Florida, but I think I think the pay is just not keeping up with, which is like I think an international problem.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. And, like, whatever modern age, everybody feels underpaid, and everybody's probably right to. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is a good point, too, Charwall. Like, the fact that GGG was willing to be like, yeah, Druid's not ready, we're not going to ship it. Like, could you imagine Blizzard be like, oh, yeah, this isn't balanced. We'll just hold it for a patch until we have it balanced.
No.
Could you imagine them doing that with anything? We have to delay the release of the Devourer Demon Hunter until we get it balanced. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it. They have delayed expansion releases before, back in I want to say during the like early days of COVID. They were like, yeah, we're gonna hold off on this for a couple months. That's the only time I remember that ever happening, though. Let's double check on this. See if this is an upgrade or not. It's not really. Sorta.
Yeah.
Alright. So that weapon is, like, sorta not exactly an upgrade. Alright. Cool. So I've kind of been on a Mountain Dew kick lately, and
Oh,
I mean, it just, the Mountain Dew Zero has really got me. It's so good.
Very good.
It's like insane how good Mountain Dew Zero is. Also, this zone is gargantuan. I'm stopping and killing the roses along the way, so I guess that's on me, but this area is massive.
I can't yet.
This is what I mean when I say, like, Act 2, I think, is my least favorite of the 4. I mean, look at this. And I'm not done yet. Okay, now I'm done. That's the perfect timing for complaining, right? You line it up exactly with right before you found the way
What
out.
happened here?
Nailed it. There's definitely an inconsistency with some of the sizes of the zones. Like, that's what I'll say. And that is, like, part of why they...
Hammer and anvil.
Part of why the game's in early access is to figure out spots that they've maybe made, like, a little bit 3 times too long, and then other areas that are maybe a little short. Like, this zone is, like, less than half the size of the previous area. Which is not
Yeah.
fundamentally a flaw. Like, it's okay for areas to be different sizes, but it is a little bit of a whiplash for this area, which I'm not saying it'll happen this time, but I've had times where I've gotten through this area in like 15 seconds or 30 seconds or something.
Right.
I have a Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream in the fridge right now that is cooling down and is calling my name. It's not ready, though. Actually, it
It's
might be,
warm
but I
and
don't know.
It's not ready.
It's warm and not ready, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a Little Caesars fan, but I use their hot and it's ready.
Oh, it's such a great quip. Like, well, is it good? It's hot and it's ready.
Yeah.
Not commenting on whether it's enjoyable or not. Is it gonna taste like anything? Is it gonna taste like pan-fried cardboard? Sir,
Yes,
it's hot
but
and it's
it's
ready.
hot and it's ready.
Yes, exactly. Ha 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 ha, that's nasty. That's terrible. That's just, that's gotta be a straight up downgrade, right? Oof. Ugh. Bad. I mean, I guess you could technically make ice cubes with anything, right? I was reading about this for some
Technically.
reason recently. I don't know why. Reading about somebody talking about like whiskey stones and stuff, and I was like, those are dumb. And then all the comments about it were like, they're really stupid. Yeah, you can throw those away. Oh, I know what it was. Somebody's asking like, what is this? Somebody gave me a gift and I don't know what it is. And it was like some nice whiskey glasses and whiskey stones, because people like to freeze stones to put it in their whiskey because they don't want it to get watered down. Which is dumb. It's fine to just have a little bit of watering down in a drink. That's not a big deal. I mean, whatever.
Some
To
people
everybody
drink
their
things
own.
slow like me, so
I
like
guess.
things that don't water
But the
them
thing is,
down,
if you want
but
it cold,
I did try those plastic
stones
ice
are not
cubes
gonna
once,
work.
and they made my drink taste of plastic.
exactly. And they didn't cool it down. So it's like, what is the point?
Oh god. I just drank a bottle of water expecting that it was tea. I thought it was my like
Ah.
just diet Arizona tea, but it was water. Oh, it was the worst tea I've ever had.
All right. Yeah, that sounds bad. No thanks.
Oh god.
There we go.
You'll burn, burn,
Now that I know it's water, it's refreshing and wonderful,
Yeah.
but originally I was expecting tea and it was horrible.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, let's beat this lady up. What? Oh no, I mistimed it. Damn it.
Well, Lerald likes super high-end whiskey.
I mean, who wouldn't?
And scotch.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Lerald's got his preferences.
I do. I'm a little tasty boy, a little dainty lad. I like what I like. Honestly, I think Perfect
Not a
Strike.
dainty lad. I don't
I'm not
know
a
what he's
dainty lad
talking
at
about.
all. No, what's the word? I'm a fancy lad. There we go. I'm a little fancy man. I'm a fancy no pants. I'm a fancy shorts.
Make sure that's
Okay.
what's going on.
I think we're getting further away from the truth.
No, I think it's perfect. Thank you for the follow, by the way.
Still subscribed or not? Well, I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. So this is like close to being an upgrade, but it's not quite. Let's just double check. If it were blacksmith whetstone or had like a rune in it, it'd be good, but it's not great. I'm just gonna scrap it. This mace is like pretty solid. It'll carry me through like a decent chunk of this act, and then I'll make the swap at some point, and that'll be that.
There you go. You're a posh lad. That's more accurate.
Yeah, I'm a posh
That
boy.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fancy boy.
No,
Other connotation.
I guess.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
With being fancy? No, far from it.
just inaccurate.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
I've got some here. This fight to the last.
I'm the intent, but the home nights.
Sorry, let us.
Alright, where to next? Trader's Passage, I guess that's the only spot. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't really open
Trader
up
Joe's.
until
Gotta
we
go to
kill
Trader
Trader
Joe's.
Joe. Yeah. Honestly, I think the biggest thing that I'm getting from this testing is just that I think Rolling Slam is better than I was giving it credit for, especially like at this part of the campaign, like on bosses. And I think you can kind of just spam Rolling Slam on bosses. Not that it's as good as Perfect Striking them. If you time it right, it's not. But it's so much easier. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think we'll know our league start for certain until patch notes are available, but it's like,
Cower.
barring everything else, if nothing changes for whatever reason, Pathfinder, Poison Pathfinder.
Yep.
They'd have to move heaven and earth for it to not be Poison Pathfinder after the way that that build performed last league.
Yep.
Yep. Although, I do have to admit, I've been really vibing with Slam Warrior, the build you're seeing right now. The girl watching this. Alright, statistically, the guy watching this. I know our audience.
Uh-huh.
Alright, up we go in this area. Just keep climbing up. I remember when they first showed off this area way back when PoE 2 was just supposed to be an alternate version of the campaign, which I wonder how long before they announced that PoE 2 was actually going to be its own standalone game had they realized, oh yeah, no, this isn't just going to be another campaign, it is going to be its own game. I wonder how long they... But way back when, this area was supposed to have a boss in it that would like slam the ground, and you could see like the sunlight poking through, and like parts of ceiling would fall down and hit you, and you could tell where ceiling was gonna not fall based on where sunlight already was, so you could like get to safety by hiding in the sunlight. Like, that's a pretty interesting idea. I feel like there needs to be another catch to it though, right? Because otherwise it's just like, this is a safe spot and everywhere else isn't safe. Like, it's not it's not a full mechanic. There's got to be something else that we didn't know about.
What secrets lie within?
Some downside to standing in the sunlight, like it deals fire damage or something.
Now, Jingak, I prove myself.
Dodge this!
Mists of tsunami.
Oh, boo.
Kundek. Atul. Nakai.
I've been trying to hit her for so long, I've been unable to hit her for like 15 seconds. She's fully back to unstunned again. She spent so much time being unhittable. That's very lame. I've missed like 3 of the slams in a row too. She just... Honestly, I'm not even upset. I'm impressed. I hit her with a heavy stun and she just immediately canceled out of it and started attacking again. I'm just gonna see what her full moveset is. I've never really like paid attention to all the skills. Alright, she's throwing knives. What else can she do? I think I might have seen all that there is.
Type. Kundek.
Hit her with the big the big sponge? No, the big punch.
Hatun!
Whatever. She's dead now. I do think Jinggak might be a slur, but it's a slur for
What is this?
us, the players. I think it's just like outsider.
Yeah.
I think it's like, you know, one of those classic rude words that you get to use in fictional fantasy settings. It just means like foreigner.
Steel yourself!
Alright, up the stairs. Nope, not this way. My bad. Okay, yeah, I had written up a little bit of a, like, leveling guide so far, done some writing. Well, we both have worked on it, I suppose. I definitely missed some stuff. Coming back through and realizing, like, oh yeah. Missed how good Infernal Cry is while zipping through areas full of guys.
I have no limitations.
Did not remember how strong Rolling Slam is. In the campaign. Pretty good.
Dodge this!
What's her name? Kitten Cat Noodle? I think that's right. The PoE lore streamer. I've never watched any of the lore videos, because I never watch any lore videos about video games, because... you know what? That's not true. I watch Elden Ring lore videos, but that's it. That's the only game where I've ever been like, the story's important to me. But I saw she had like a big sponsor, or not sponsored, what's the word? You got like a big post, a shout out from GGG themselves. They like put her collection of stories or videos about the story of PoE 2 on the front page of the Path of Exile site today, and I was like, damn, that's really cool. I like that. That is something that Blizzard has been doing a lot lately that I like, and I think is nice.
Yeah.
Like working with community members to like either promote their content directly or like actually create like some of the, you know, content like guides, basically. Like, oh, it's a patch day crash course guide and it's sponsored by, or it's brought to you by whoever. Like, I think that's nice, rather than it just being like an internal thing.
Are older than anything I've ever seen.
Because, like, I saw they did do an internal video for, like, the housing stuff, like, because housing is going live in WoW tomorrow. And, like, that's cool. Obviously, it's not going to cover everything. It can't. The whole point of the video is to be quick. And, yeah, Blizzard. And it's like, you know, there's, like, quite a lot to talk about with WoW housing, actually. Folks, it's good. It's better than I thought it would be. That's definitely true.
No.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that both of us had like taken issue with Blizzard over the years with World of Warcraft, if I had to pick a single thing, it's just that like a lot of the content, they'll create this content and it'll be good. It'll be a good looking art. It'll be a good area. It'll be good whatever, or bad. It could also be bad. Either way.
Yeah.
Once the patch is over, it is forgotten permanently. It is treated with all the dignity and grace of a red solo cop, no matter how good or bad or how much time or whatever went into it. I don't love that. Like, I don't necessarily want to have to go back to farm stuff in Zangarmarsh right now for, like, progression purposes. You know, like, doing 19-year-old content right now to stay relevant would also be bad. It would be worse. But, like, old stuff just having no relevance at all, like, kind of, I don't love that. And so housing is kind of, like, fixing a lot of that. Like, you want some cosmetic thing for your house that comes from Zangarmarsh or from Burning Crusade in general. There's a reason to go to, Burning Crusade zones and get, like, lumber or herbs from there. You want to dye stuff in your house red. It uses, like, vanilla herbs. Like, you know, just stuff like that. Like, I think that's pretty good. I think they've
Face me!
done a lot with the old world that I kind of never expected they would.
No challenge. I need more time.
Nice, Artificer's Orb, cool. Hang on to that for the next big weapon that comes along. And maybe it'll come along right here. Let's kill this guy. Let's kill this guy with hammers. Damn, I'm getting jacked up. And so is that guy, apparently. That lady. Alright, I think that's a lot of hammers. But I think that's it.
If we can allow the caravan through all 3 gates, my warriors will swarm them under.
I'm surprised that I haven't seen another support gem in like quite a while. I feel like the drop rate on support gems in the early acts should be like twice what it is.
Onwards! Give these demons no quarter!
Maybe I'm off.
My satchel is full.
Oh yeah, bag full. Okay, and another Forge Maul is dropped. Alright, we're going to go to town and clean our bag up and then come back and grab some more crap.
Yeah.
Damn shame that the really, really good physical damage roll was on the wrong item. Unfortunate.
You may, if you the I would so.
Singular Purpose will be good. Aftershocks will be good.
Open the way. Dodge this!
Alright, we are almost to Jaman-Ra here. Oh boy. That's kind of crazy that I got knocked down from sprinting and was attacked by like 10 guys and lived through it all fine. Maybe armor and warrior's better than I thought, at least at this point in the game. That one person who, when I said one of our more recent videos, maybe it was our last one, that like armor could probably use another buff, and they were like, no, armor's actually the best. Maybe they were just basing it off of Act 2 scaling, in which case I would agree.
The final gate is broken! We must continue our advance!
Alright, let's just swap a couple of things around here just a sec. Yeah, that Perfect Strike's gonna hit real hard.
Hey, Jaman-Ra? How is this possible?
The Maniketh will fall by my hand!
Nice. I didn't even mean to roll out of that in time, I just kind of got
The
lucky.
Maniketh will
I'm okay with
fall
that though. Alright, let's hit that
by
Perfect
my
Strike.
hand!
Nice. Miss. Hey, Nirvani, what's happening?
I shall dethrone you, Sekama, and lead
I
you to
missed.
the
I
sand.
missed, or maybe I got stunned out of it. I got stunned out of that one, that's for sure.
Will fall by my hand.
Yeah, honestly, Perfect Strike is like literally good for like
I tried to seek peace, and the
from Count
Sekamas
Geonor all the way
disgraced
through
me.
Balbala, and then it's bad again. That's like 20 minutes of game.
This time we choose war.
Receive the death you deserve,
Damn.
and I shall give you a dagger.
We shall finish this, but not today.
Make haste. He must not escape.
Yeah, I think the Poison Pathfinder, I think it's in the spot that we're super happy with it, guide-wise and practicing-wise, for,
We must battle
this
sorcery
point in
with
the, like,
sorcery.
whatever,
Let us return to the
pre-league
caravan
prep
and entreat
situation.
Sega's wisdom.
What's up, almost an athlete? Good to see ya.
We must go.
Hello, almost an athlete.
We would speak to
Okay, I have to level up one more time for Leap Slam. Otherwise, one more time. Otherwise, everything's progressing pretty much as hoped, expected, whatever. Damn, I am 0 for whatever on rolling decent weapons. But you know what? Kind of got a decent weapon in Act 1, so can't complain too much.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it feels really good, like, early on. Like, the biggest, whatever, pain point of doing the Poison Pathfinder early is just the first, 14 levels? You have to do Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod. There is no alternative. Doing Poison at level 1, level 2 is just not viable, because you can only have one Poison stack, and it just doesn't do any damage at all. After that, it pretty much goes smoothly. There were a couple of spots in Act 3 where I was still using, like, a level, I don't know, like a level 20, or no, I think lower than that, level 16 weapon, where I was like, this doesn't feel very good. I'm level 38, and I'm fighting stuff with, like, a level 16 or level 18 bow. But then, you know, it's just like doing, like, any sort of attack-based starter. Like, as soon as you upgrade your weapon, then everything's fine again. And like Acts 3 and 4 felt great. You know, the only like rocky spot in Act 3 was just like a very brief period where the weapon started to feel kind of weak. But the clear was great through Act 3. Damn. Wow, that guy, he has my number. Good God. I feel like my life flask is doing like no healing, but I guess it's not. I'm just weak. I mean, I am underleveled, right? No, not even really that. Nope, I'm just actually very weak. I have 200 armor.
Necromancy.
I'm gonna be punishing these necromancers for the crime of hitting me once. How dare they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, Warrior is also very good. That's why we're like, that's the reason for playing it right now. You know. Well, I've been stunned, and I'm going to live. I'm going to live. Why am I getting hit so hard by... It's gotta be these guys. It's gotta be the casters that are the problem. I mean, that was definitely, like, remembering all the way back to patch 0.1, that was definitely my big takeaway then. Was, like, on monk with absolutely no gear in like Act 3, you just get demolished by all the caster mobs. And then the guys at the front weren't actually that deadly. Ugh. But
I can't yet.
they were so beefy and they were so in the way that that was a problem.
I need more time.
Good XP out of this, at least. Maybe I can get a good weapon, too. That wouldn't be bad. I'll take an Exalt. Next best thing. Damn, I was just chugging Life Flask through that. Clearly.
Very thirsty.
Oh, yeah. I feel like there is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little side thing or like a little event that would give a spirit gem somewhere around here, or maybe like a skill gem. Either of those could be useful. Maybe it's in the previous area.
This.
One of the biggest things I'm noticing in going back and playing around with Warrior is just like how much more you get hit trying to be melee. You just get hit so much compared to being ranged. I mean, it makes sense, but like, man, you really do just get stunned like a ton. Okay, there we go. I was wondering when that Sun Clan relic was going to drop, and there it goes. Okay. Damn it. Oh, and I didn't get it picked up. That's very annoying. Oh my god, I am like half a bar away from leveling up and having Leap Slam, and all of this pain goes away instantly. Okay, there we go. Finally. I need one more strength. Oh, here we go. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna put a point into strength, and then we're okay. Then we're fine. Wait, hold on, wrong thing. There we go. All right. That's better. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. We got Leap Slam. It's doing damage. That's it. That's all we need. We can Leap Slam onto things. Oh, see? Look at that. That's wonderful. Imagine a world where I could get more support gems to drop. Yeah, it's way better than it was. Alright, and we got our Sun Clan relic and everything's fine again. All's right in the world. And now whenever some annoying caster mob is irritating a set back line, we just Leap Slam onto their head and now they're dead. Ta-da. Okay, I think I've circled all the way back around to the entrance of this zone, so I'm thinking that our exit's either going to be north of here or more likely east of here. Yep. No. What is this a checkpoint to? The checkpoint to nowhere.
Yay.
Like, There's nothing here. Okay. You never stop and really, like, or at least I don't take enough time to stop and appreciate these things along the way. But yeah, it's just sort of like a door to nowhere. Cool.
Steel yourself!
Oh yeah, this is looking like the right way. There we go. Boom. Yes. Boss time. Let's go. And maybe we put Rolling Slam in and place a Perfect Strike. Yeah, there we go. Let's see how hard this Rolling Slam hits. Not very. Yeah, without support gems, it's not too great. That's okay. We got basic attack. All reliable. I love when they're in stun primed zone and you're hitting it and it's just not working. Ah, that's very annoying. What's up, Ole? I feel like that's my first death on a boss. Let's see, maybe we go back to using Perfect Strike after all. Okay. Very nice dodge by the Necromancer there. This fight's kind of annoying on melee. I forgot how annoying it could be. Yeah. Alright, maybe let's see. Is there anything I can do to get, like, I think this is lightning damage, but I'm not 100%. I have actually no idea what type of damage it is, so... There we go. 14 more life. That ought to do the trick. Black Rib. Maybe this is fire damage? That's looking like fire damage, and then the rest, I can't tell, honestly. Physical damage from the big guy, of course. I'm just getting stuck. I'm just getting, like, rubber banded by the big boy here. There we go. But this damage, I have no idea what type of damage that is. Here's what I do know. It's dodgeable damage. So we'll just keep dodging, and then that'll be that. I mean, as, like, clumsy and weird as, like, leap slamming and rolling was, like, looking, it's working.
Now for the bone creature.
How did I kill him? Wasn't he over there? He bled out to an ignite while he was across the room. Incredible strategy. All right, that worked. Somehow that worked. Good.